Hello, friends. Hello, Gemini. This is an electricity ship. This is power to the people. These are our stories. There are no dates on these readings. They'll come to you when they find you. Take what resonates, what rings your bell, what toots your whistle, what goes comfortably into your body and intuition, and leave the rest behind. If there are any challenges you're not ready to take on, Spirit is not going to make you do that. So if there's something that you're not ready to look at, just leave that. Just eat it and take what makes you feel empowered. These are our stories. And I am very grateful to be here. This is a big part of my gratitude practice. So thank you so much for being here. Because you are here, I can be here. So that makes a huge difference. I'm a little congested, so please excuse any huffling and snuffling. And for all people who interact with the channel, past, present, and future, thank you so much. I put you into my monthly rituals to offer gratitude for your presence here in the Anima Mundi and in this storytelling forum. All the images and words that come through that resonate with you, I am so happy to ring your bell. That said, comments, likes, shares, subscribes, etc., other ways to interact with the channel are in the description box, such as links to my Instagram page, so I'd be delighted if you join me. And I especially love emoji comments. So we're going to do a relationship reading for Gemini, all Gemini placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, wherever it shows up in your chart, wherever it resonates with you is the right reading for you. So Gemini, I've got 3 oracle decks. The Deck of Crystals by Nadia Bailey, illustrated by Maya Boyce, the Visionary I Ching cards, and the Animal Spirit of the Wild Unknown, as well as the Rosebud Tarot and Orion's Animal Tarot. So, oh, and here is the Dulac Tarot for clarification. So let's get into it, and we'll start out with a little bit of gratitude, deep breaths. Bring to your mind, intuition, heart, anything that comes to mind, big or small. It could be a micro tenderness, it could be a macro tenderness, anything that brings you a sense of gratitude and thankfulness for being here, being alive. I had a great accountability partner today to speak to about getting projects done, so that was really helpful to kind of kick out some jams. And then I had a really nice lunch and really solid nap. So yeah, need that rest, especially their season's changing as I'm recording this, so there's a lot going on, and our mammal bodies need to adjust, as it were. So let's dial in to our body and our breath. Offer gratitude. Thank you so much, Spirit, God, Goddess, Deity, Anima Mundi, Eyes of the World. Here we are for Gemini, relationship reading. Okay, we'll start out with this deck. It's just kind of an extra card in there about some little general crystal info, but good card for relationships at this current time for Gemini. Terrific. And for Gemini. Thank you. Ooh. Feeling a little Oh, we got two. Feeling this kind of sort of cloudy energy, but acceptance energy for Gemini, please. There we go. That one's popping, so... Oh, got another one. Okay, so we got some special messages coming out, Gemini. Velocity of water. 2 of air. And 5 of earth. And at the bottom of the deck, 7 of earth. Tremendous. Okay. Best messages for Gemini. Relationships. Best messages for Gemini. And we have, we're going the direction, 8 of Swords, Hanged One, and the Knight of Swords with, cool, the Chariot. So that's a harpy eagle. That's cool. Excuse me. Ooh. So, we have 2 knights, and then this major arcana, this major arcana. This is funny because this is kind of inertia, and then this is motion, right? So, the Hanged Man and the Chariot. If you have Cancer placements, that's significant. And then we've got these kind of inert. So motion, 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 inertia, 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 inertia. So kind of overall, we're really kind of struggling to get things moving here. But the Chariot really is forward-moving, direct energy. The Knight of Swords is like clear thoughts and clear speech, and the fastest card in the deck. So there's kind of this stagnation. There's like trying to go within and make a decision, feeling left out, feeling like all of your work was for nothing, feeling trapped by your circumstances. But this is really just being trapped by the way you think, and going into this interior energy is going to help you move out of that. And with the Knight of Cups, you're moving forward with your true heart, under the velocity of your true heart. Which is great because the Chariot is also a card that talks about the yin and yang being in harmony and moving. So the higher self and the physical self moving together and integrating together so that the direction is clear. 8 of Swords and the Chariot also speak to me about kind of thinking about a different way of moving, like maybe lateral movement or moving up instead of trying to like push through obstacles. You may need to make a 45-degree turn, or because the Chariot as a vehicle is a very swift energy. There may also literally be something to do with a vehicle involved. So if you're looking to meet somebody, it might be when you're on a trip or out doing errands, something to do with the way that you get around in your life. Your vehicle, while you're commuting or traveling, you may encounter somebody who has something to tell you about your heart. You may chance run into an old friend or an acquaintance and have like an insight that helps you kind of cut through the muck. You might have a great conversation that just kind of clears the air and like maybe if there's been conflict between you and another person, if you felt like you were left out of their life, or you didn't belong somewhere, a conversation could clear that up. But right in the middle, we're looking at these sort of like, okay, I need to look at this from a different angle, because staring at the work you've been doing and not seeing the fruits is making you feel like you haven't accomplished what you need to accomplish, and maybe even that you're trapped in there, and that you've hemmed yourself in a certain way, and it's both of these kind of have some kind of victim-y energy. The bonds in this are easily broken. You can either cut away thoughts that don't help you, take the blindfold off. This is kind of like a stabilizing energy in the twos, where you take the energy from the ace and the inspiration to sort of like contemplate it and integrate it into your body and your system and your thought processes. Cognitive behavioral therapy, for example, mantras. But this is when the thoughts have just kind of become circular. So you can cut out thoughts, you can transcend thoughts, and you can slip around thoughts, right? So like, say you're thinking, oh, I can't relate to these people because I don't, I'm not a member of their comic book collecting club. But then you find that there's like a little slip around where you're like, oh, but you know what? I do actually know about the illustration work of some of the artists that they collect. So we could have a conversation about that. And that's how you can like open up dialogue and relate. And because this is Cancer, that's going to be a very relating energy as well, because that's a great water energy and a great like nurturing family atmosphere. So maybe you'll find yourself having some tough conversations with your family and like clearing the air, seeing things from a different point of view. Maybe something happened years and years ago in your family and like there was just misunderstanding and people were thinking in two different directions, and this is an opportunity to flip the script and start working together. The Knight of Cups has a lot of great like unifying energy and like rallying the troops to feel in accord and in harmony. All right, so we have here the Six of Earth, and I think that's great as well because that shows, this is a transcendence of the Five of Earth where people are frozen out and there's no cooperation, and this is the card where equal giving and taking is occurring because everybody has an abundance of something and everybody has a need for something, and it's balanced at what people can give and take. Oh, look at that little piece of lint stuck to my finger. And then, oh, look at that, the generosity of water. So that is the, this is an interesting deck. And I was thinking that the sovereignty of a suit was a queen because it had a feminine character on it from another suit. But now I'm wondering if generosity is associated with the queens and sovereignty is the king. So it does seem like this is kind of a queen's, but it's okay to read things intuitively as well. I do, see another feminine form on here. So we're looking at Queen of Cups, and she's very, of course, tuned into her feelings. This is a higher octave of the velocity, and we go into the generosity. So, the Queen of Cups is endlessly wealthy in her heart center and in her feelings. She, in a reversed or shadow sense of the card, she's like overtaken by her emotions, or her intuition, her dreamscape. But we're reading for mastery, right? So like the mastery energy of the Queen of Cups is that she's highly intuitive. She trusts her instincts. She is open. Her cup is flowing over. But in the traditional card, we look at it and she's holding this gorgeously adorned vessel that holds all of the emotions of the world, and she contemplates it and beholds it. So Joseph Campbell was talking about James Joyce's work and just kind of this flux of like words and sensory images that he uses. And when we look at art, any kind of art, when we behold or observe art, and we find that it has the perfect form, there's a rapture at the rhythm and the naturalness of it. But, you know, when we're looking at something with the aim to possess it, that's pornography. And so the Queen of Cups is beholding for the sake of beauty and for the sake of observing. And that's a marvel that we have in our lives, to be alive and to have our senses and to have our bodies that can feel the things that we take in with our senses, to be able to feel what we perceive, is the glory of having a body and being alive and being a part of nature and being 70% water and being basically, you know, oceans in our own vessel. You know, so we are the vessel that is holding these feelings, and when we behold the magnificence of that, then we can be generous with it. So you want to sink into how you feel, and even if it's like sad and lonely, feeling trapped, feeling like you don't know which end is up, that nothing you do makes a difference, that's a feeling that's in your body that passes, and the ability to actually feel it is a magnificent, magnificent gift. So take some time to settle down and allow your thoughts to settle and your inspiration to settle and your ideas to settle, and that, you know, you may have had like a moment of truth in the prior card of the Ace, where you're just like, whoa, like I don't even know what that is, but like I have perceived a truth. And so you'll need to go in and let it settle into you and allow the Hanged One energy to let it absorb into your system. There will be ways to think about it and speak about it and move forward with the emotion and the thoughts in concert. But there needs to be an allowing. And all this hard work, you know, will pay off. You're not alone. The 6 will carry you through any kind of tension that you may have while you're awaiting the bearing of fruit. So, Queen of Cups is another Cancer energy. Cancer is going to be really significant here. You might be on a cusp of Gemini and Cancer. We've got the Knight of Cups with Pisces. That may also be significant. So, a lot of water energy. You're going to want to get into your feelings. And, you know, Geminis are famous for being overthinkers and, you know, seeing every side of the coin, which is great. It's awesome. And you use that superpower to allow your thoughts to settle into your feelings and into your body. And as far as that goes with relationships, let's get a little extra insight, because it feels like there's a lot of internal work going on, but there is like community feelings here. So there may be somebody who can help you nurture your feelings and enjoy them and express them. And express your feelings. You may have to deliver a message of love to somebody. Oh, there it is. Oh, these two came out. So yeah, we've got the 7 of Cups. And then the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So again, this is like getting in tune with your body and talking about like what you feel in your body. There may be some lust involved, but it's like something that you can take slowly, right? You might be feeling sexually frustrated. Your potential partner is, you really want to be there and get it, but you're still waiting for the situation to take root and to take feeling, to get that feeling locked in, and meanwhile there's like actual things to be done, like you need to go on a date and you need to help your loved one with hanging curtains, and maybe they've got a task to do, they've got errands to run, and maybe they need a little assistance, and you got to wait for the that swelling of feeling to make itself manifest in the physical plane. This is like very much stargazing kind of fanciful energy. Again, there's like what's going on kind of idea, and that's like really in your emotions. So it's okay to take time with your emotions and to allow them to settle into your being. You may have many options for people who you can spend time with, or ways that you can expend your emotional energy. And you'll be able to claim that. But it has to do with how much energy you have in your thoughts and your body. Because it looks like there's some kind of wearing out here physically. And you're in a replenishing phase, right? You're replenishing your body as well as replenishing your feelings at the same time. Let's look at these guys. Dioptes, compassion and growth. Yeah, exactly. So you're going to need to have compassion for yourself while you're like, sprouting, and you're like renewing yourself from maybe like whatever happened in this 5 of coins situation that made you kind of feel left out, like you're growing again and waiting for those fruits to come up. So compassion and growth are happening. Settle into yourself, see yourself from a different point of view, see your partner from a different view. If there's forgiveness that needs to happen in a relationship, that's going to take time, growth, and lots and lots and lots of compassion. So be sure to give compassion from a place of abundance. Allow your plants to grow in a healthy environment so that you can offer compassion and forgiveness to yourself. And then once you know exactly how that feels really, really good, then you can hand it to another from a place of abundance. And they have something to offer you as well. I'd like to actually, what is being offered to Gemini? Yeah. Ace of Cups. Sometimes it can be a lot to accept love. It can be a lot to accept it, especially when it's so generous and so abundant. It can feel like a lot, just like, wow, like all these feelings like coming up. And that ace can come in and just, just grow and like feel like it's moving really fast. And it's okay to take any time that you need to be able to integrate and get yourself out of your own traps, If, you're offered a friendship, a relationship, a romantic relationship, and it wasn't expected, you can say, hey, I need a little bit of time to myself today, or, hey, I need to take a 5-minute break, or like, listen, this weekend is going to be me time. Let's talk in the future about how we can do those kind of things together, but where I can share my self-love ritual. But before you have your self-love, you can't really like share it with somebody else, and you need to talk about love languages and figure out each other's love languages so that you know how it actually like works emotionally and practically, right? Some people like acts of service, some people like gifts, right? You know, all that kind of lingo or whatever. I mean, it's much more broad than that. You know, there's like, what do they say, 5 love languages, but of course it's much, much broader than that. And figuring that out with partners and friends, that's an ongoing process forever. So whether a relationship is new or long-standing, you know, there's always going to be these little adjustments to meet your emotional needs and meet them together so that it's a mutually generous situation. Y'all have a lot to give, a lot to give. Maybe sometimes it feels like too much, so it's okay. You can take a moment. You're not trapped and you're not in the dark, you know, like that's an illusion that our brains tell us before the harvest is about to come. And the card after the 7 of Earth is the 8 of Earth, 8 of Pentacles. So that's like some steady work, you know, and that's great. You know, when you work on relationships, they thrive and they grow and they glow. And maybe, you know, it could seem tedious, but there's really like some splendor ahead. It's worth it. So go in there mindfully and you'll be able to shoot straight and very integrated within your body, heart, mind, spirit, soul. Okay, well, I'll read a little bit from the back here. Oh, my glasses. Yeah, it's a transparent green or blue-green crystal with a vitreous luster. An exceptionally rare stone, dioptase, takes its name from the Greek dia, meaning through, and optimi, meaning to see. According to ancient lore, dioptase would strengthen the sight of those who gazed upon it. I wish I should have a real one so I didn't have to use my glasses first. A quality it shares with the emerald. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've got like some raw emerald. That's really awesome. I've also heard about emerald that helps people speak the truth. So this one's saying that, you know, helps you see. So, you know, we're looking to see the truth and then, you know, deliver the truth, right? And speak the truth. We got 3 knights here. That is very fortuitous. Actually, I'm going to, because, okay, so the knights, right? You could have somebody coming into your life from, and court cards typically do represent actual people. So we have, you know, the Queen of Cups in Cancer. We have the Knight of Swords in the Aquarius. Or no, I'm sorry. See, now I'm getting all like bleh. Gemini, that's you. So this is you. Knight of Pentacles in Virgo, and the Knight of Cups in Pisces. So, you know, I don't know how rigid you are thinking about people's sun sign or moon sign or whatever, but these are kind of like archetypical qualities that you see in people. So if these kind of qualities remind you of somebody, then, you know, whatever their sign is not as important as like the qualities that you see in people that you're drawn to, that make you feel comfortable and empowered and clear, you know. And if any of these people don't make you feel clear, then you always have the time to kick back and, you know, settle in. Getting a new cup of love is a lot, you know, and it's okay to take time to absorb it. And your queen, your receptive energy has a lot of power to absorb that. So you can take all the time you need to absorb and behold your beautiful vessel of unexhaustible love and feeling. So yeah, so here we have hexagram 39 is temporary obstacles, water above, mountain below. So, you know, we're talking about the symbol of a mountain stream that has to bubble out through the earth, and then it's got to go down the mountain, and it's got rocks to flow through before it builds up its strength and the momentum of the gravity of going down the mountain. So it takes some time for it to like find its way and find its stream bed, and then it starts flowing. But that's like a process. That's like how it works. And water cannot be stopped. Water like seeps into every crack. It finds its way. And there's a lesson of humility as well. And that's not the same thing as humiliation. Humility is about like finding a low center. Taoism is all about like dropping yourself into the valley, not resisting, flowing, building up as obstacles come, and then eventually you build up the strength to go past them. It's a very like easygoing energy. This reading is definitely telling you to like chill and relax, and the way will be made for you to like shoot straight through. Like the chariot is an energy of something that has the water energy that has found its unobstructed stream in which to flow quickly. But that doesn't happen right away. You've got to go through the bumps and you move obstacles, you go around them, you go over them, so yeah, temporary obstacles. It's a building up of energy and flow. And then we've got 2 cards here from the Animal Oracle. Firefly and Lizard. Awesome. So there's like more patient energy here. There's definitely magical energy. This firefly reminds me of the Ace of Cups. It could be an Ace of Wands sort of energy that comes along as well. But there's like this inspiration. There's like a scintillating delight. There's sparks of light. Anybody who lives in a region where there are fireflies knows that the firefly season is very, very magical and very enchanting. This dusk energy where these like beautiful tiny lights start pulsing, and just more and more and more lights appear. So allow those lights to build up, and a little sugar in your bowl, as it were. These little, and it's a gentle light. It's not like a flashing raves light or like anything shocking or any kind of, a siren alarm. It's like this building concert of glow, of like a constellation of stars on Earth. So allow it to come in, quiet, observe, and enjoy the beauty that's flowing in. And the lizard has this like patience energy. Reptiles are sensitive to their environment. There are lizards that are famous for changing color, and of course this reptile sheds its skin. So that's another sort of gestational sort of energy where as you're growing with this new cup of love and cultivating this reciprocal generosity, you're getting bigger, and you're gonna need to shed your skin and to grow, and you're going to need protection and protective space to get bigger. So allow yourself that space, because there is movement, but it comes when we flowed through obstacles, confusion. We've set our will in motion for how we're going to move forward. We've contemplated what we've done. There are people around that are going to be supportive of you. They're going to be communicative with you. Action, feeling, expression. So it's okay to take some time to go in so that this energy can be transcended. With that, my friends, it's been an honor to read for you. If you haven't hit the like button already, I would be delighted for you to do so. Please check out the description box. I'm here because you're here, and it really is a wonderful experience to do this. I can't thank you enough. But I will try my best. it looks like a good month, and or I mean, I say month. That might be something. There might be a timeline involved here, but use your intuition with that. You have plenty of time to let it settle. So take your time, however you need it, to allow it to flow through, and through all that, have compassion for your growth. I love you so much. This is an electricity ship. This is power to the people. I wish you peace.